Hello! Today I will be showing you how to use the summon feature on the CCCC library website. You'll use this feature in order to find various articles and resources that are available through our online databases. So you'll see here that we have the summon bar search engine in the middle of the college libraries page. Now you have a couple of options here before you begin your search. You can click full text online in order to read the full material online without having to download anything, and to make sure that you're getting a full article rather than just a snippet or an excerpt. A second option is to click peer-reviewed. Now you would do this if you are searching for a scholarly paper that is peer-reviewed, meaning that it has been researched and recommended and approved by a scholarly community, and this will really come in handy whenever you are trying to find something that is labeled a scholarly resource. You do have other search options if we click here. Now you have the ability to search through all sorts of various fields. We have these on the side. They range from author all the way down to volume number or time period, but most often you will use the ones at the top: author, title, publication title, and possibly search terms or subject terms if you're searching for a specific subject or field. Now, you'll put a preliminary search term here if you're using the advanced option. Let's say you're looking for social media. And then if you want to get more specific, you have the ability to add another term, so social media, and here, using this Boolean term, call these Boolean terms. They're search terms and, or, and not that are capitalized, and this will help us to narrow down and make our results more specific. So if you're looking for all mentions of social media, and within that, anywhere else, if we're talking about disinformation. So social media and disinformation. Now we can make this a little more specific. We can look at subject terms and see what comes out in a more specific way. But for now, let's just go for all fields and see if we can find anything, and we can narrow it down from there. We can also range things in publication dates. So you can go from a very specific month and year, or you can choose one of these at the top with the past 12 months, 3 years, or 5 years. We'll just click 5 years. 5 years is pretty good for social media and disinformation. The topic that we're talking about is something that's very timely. You can also narrow down by content type: archival material, articles, book, chapters, lots of very specific places. We'll just go with any type right now, and if we find out that we want something more specific, we can always come back and change things. The same thing with discipline. You can go within a specific discipline if you know where to search, like if you just want to look at, let's say, international relations and social media and disinformation. But again, we're not very specific right now. We don't know what we're looking for, so we'll just keep it open to everything. And now language, we do have the option of getting resources in different languages. And just for ease, we'll say that we want to limit it to English. Some articles do translate or have the option to translate into another language, but sometimes the translations can be a little off and not so correct. So for now, we'll just look at English. You can also go down here and limit to scholarly materials, including peer-reviewed, open access items only, which are free to view, items with full text, and peer-reviewed publications. So we can click some of these or click all of them. So let's go ahead and click. Actually, let's keep open access items out. This might limit us a little bit because not all materials are open access. Now, to exclude from results, we might want to take out book reviews, but leave in newspaper articles and dissertations. And we could expand the results outside of our library's collection if we don't get a lot, but we seem to have a lot of materials for now, and If we get very few results, we can always come back and click this option. So again, we're looking at social media and disinformation, these two terms together, within any field, within the past 5 years, any type of content, any discipline in English, limiting to scholarly materials, full text online, and peer-reviewed publications, excluding book reviews. All right, so let's click search and see what we've got. All right, we've got over 1,800 results right now. Now, these may not all be relevant. They may not all be what we're looking for, but with these terms and within these advanced search parameters, we have a good number of responses. Now, if you look up here in this search bar, you can see what Summon has done in this advanced search. The term social media is within these parentheses, meaning it is one term that is being searched for. And is in the middle, capital I in all caps, and then disinformation is also within parentheses, making it its own distinct term as well. So that if we took away these parentheses and just had social media out there, we might get results that just talked about social, we might get results that just talked about media, but we wouldn't explicitly get social media. And then if we look on the side here, we see that our search, how it is refined down, how it is made more specific, text fully online, peer-reviewed, no book reviews, publication date within the past 5 years, all the things that we clicked earlier in that advanced search. So if we scroll through some of these results, we can see what type of materials were returned. Oh, so the first one is development of the 12-item social media disinformation scale and its association with social media addiction. That sounds pretty interesting. So that may be very helpful for us if we're looking at what sort of impacts social media disinformation may have and how it's associated with how people may be addicted to social media and any sort of mental health related risks or let's see, associations. Who to trust on social media? Opinion leaders and seekers avoid disinformation and echo chambers. Nice. Drug information, misinformation, and disinformation on social media. So a lot of these topics, these articles, seem to be on the topic that we may use within an argumentative research paper if we are assigned or interested in social media and disinformation. But we can also go through and change this search and use another adjacent word, expand our vocabulary, because some articles may not talk just about social media. They may not use that term social media. They may use something different, such as the name brand of a social media site. So if we add Twitter and then leave and disinformation and then click search, we'll get fewer results, but they'll be more specific. So the first one we see is measuring the scope of pro-Kremlin disinformation on Twitter. So this is more talking about disinformation, so intentionally wrong information being shared that is pro-Kremlin, so pro the Russian government. Disinformation, misinformation, and hoaxes on Twitter. Hashtag wars, political disinformation, and discursive struggles on Twitter conversations during specifically the 2018 Brazilian presidential campaign. So we have this more specific group of results, which if we're looking at a specific platform, such as Twitter or maybe even Facebook, we'll get a fewer results, but they'll be more on topic. So at the end of this, if you are still a little confused or maybe you want some assistance with trying to figure out how to use this tool, you can come over here and click Email a Librarian to email someone specifically at the CCCC Library, or chat with us. Use this embedded chat box to ask for assistance, and we will be available 24/7. We are there to help you, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can always email us, contact us through chat, or if you have any technical issues, you can come over here and email the IT desk. So I hope that this has helped you figure out how to use the Summon tool through the CCCC library, and I hope that this helps you in your research. As always, let us know if you need anything.